Now let's see how to work on timeline, layers and folders. Here we have to access timeline within the program. Timeline is located below the stage if you're using Essential Workspace. Within the timeline, you'll be able to see different things. When we created our project, we had set the FPS as 30. This is also reflected down here in the timeline as the frame rate. HTML5 canvas uses the frame based timeline, which means these numbered frames on the timeline are used to segment time. Let's take an example. Here you can see the frame. If you want to exactly know how much time has elapsed from the beginning frame to where we are, we can actually look down here and see the elapsed time within our timeline. Right now it is 0 seconds. If you want to have many frames across the timeline, you'll be able to move this red marker, which is called as the playhead, to see how many seconds it would take to get to that specific frame. And that's all calculated on how many frames run per second. This particular frame, which is on the timeline, has some content which is on the stage. It actually selects every piece of content on the stage. If I hit the delete, then all the objects get deleted. For example, and the frame in the timeline will be shown as an empty frame. And there is nothing else on my stage 2. Now let's go to the layer part. Right now I have one layer which is by default called as layer 1, and below that I can create a new layer by clicking on the new layer button. For example, I have so many layers. I can even rename these layers by just double clicking the layer. Let me name it as name. The layers will be overlapped if you have many layers. Then you can group them into a folder by just clicking on the new folder. And just click and drag the layers you want to group into the folder. Let me group the layer 2, layer 3 and layer 4 into the folder. You can also drag the layers out of the folders if you wish to. You can see the layer 2 is out of the folder. Every layer has a visibility setting, a lock setting and an outline setting. Visibility will toggle each layer on or off. For example, the name layer, I have turned off the visibility. Likewise, you can turn on and off all the layers or even the folders. You can also lock the contents of the layer. Once locked, you'll not be able to edit the contents. You have to unlock to edit the contents. It's always good to lock the layers when it is not in use. You can also turn on or off the outline button. For example, let me turn off the outline for layer 2. It sometimes helps with things like application performance. It is more likely used when you have many contents in your project. Hey guys, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos, and please do subscribe Native Brains.